President Donald Trump is spitting in the face of Angela Merkel and Barack Obama by saying, "Hell no" to the one thing they both very badly need. This is coming on the heels of Trump's first foreign trip, where he encountered Merkel on the same day she welcomed Obama to Germany. As the globalists overplayed their hand, Trump swept in like a wrecking ball, destroying everything they are working toward. President Trump is pissing off the globalists by pulling the United States out of the Paris Climate Accord. The Paris Climate Accord, also called the Paris Agreement, is the bogus agreement originally signed by 175 parties, 174 states and the European Union, in 2016 that states climate change, also known as global warming, is man-made and requires countries to take taxpayer money to lower greenhouse gas emissions. The agreement says that developed countries like America are responsible for coming up with $100 billion. Yes, that's $100 billion, but it goes further than that, bringing the world into a one-world order. This one agreement is essential for the globalists, and if the US pulls out, it destroys the globalists' dream. The global warming nut jobs are rabid. They refuse to look at all the evidence and especially confront what happened in 2009, which proves climate change is all a hoax. There is a network of corruption and fraud behind the climate change science going back to 2009. Town hall reports on the corruption of the United Nations scientists involved, stating that climate scientists had been cooking their data in order to support their preconceived conclusions. They had been guilty of practicing fake science in order to show both that global warming was a crisis and that anthropogenic, man-made global warming was occurring. But there's more to prove Trump is right to pull out of the Paris Climate Accord. Dr. John Bates, a top NOAA scientist with an impeccable reputation, has shown Daily Mail irrefutable evidence that the climate change paper was based on misleading, unverified data. As Daily Mail reports, a high-level whistleblower has told this newspaper that America's National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, breached its own rules on scientific integrity when it published the sensational but flawed report, aimed at making the maximum possible impact on world leaders including Barack Obama and David Cameron at the UN Climate Conference in Paris in 2015. Thank God, President Trump has been able to cut through their crap and gets that this is all a scam. Completely pissed off, Merkel said, "The Paris deal isn't just any other deal. It is a key agreement that shapes today's globalization," describing discussions with Trump about climate change as very unsatisfying. Why do both Obama and Merkel equate climate change to globalization? Because this whole global warming nonsense is just a scheme toward their dream of a world led by the United Nations, with open borders which, in part, is what globalization is to them. The Paris Climate Accord approves something called sustainable developments. This gives the United Nations rights over most of the rural lands in the U.S. with plans to develop sustainable areas. Basically, it relocates all people into stack and pack housing in big urban areas. It sounds crazy, but it is happening in the San Francisco area, also called Plan Bay Area. President Trump landed a huge blow to their ultimate goal. He screwed them by saying, "Hell no," to their leftist fantasy. "We didn't vote for Donald Trump to sing Kumbaya with the evil United Nations, we voted for Trump to secure our borders, bring jobs back to the U.S., and, ultimately, make America great again." Let the world know your thoughts on this. Mad World News helped contribute to this report. Thanks for watching and goodbye from all of us here.